because I'm black and Puerto Rican, so some kind of black hair is coming out my head.
Looks pretty
Well,
black to
and she
me.
kept coming. I told her 3 times. I forewarned this little bitch 3 times. I said, I'm telling you now, I will make you slit your wrists with my words. You really don't want to, you want to have a degree before you argue with a bitch like me. You need a degree. Okay? Well, she wanted to keep talking shit. So now everybody, and so I told her after she called me a wigger and shit, I said, where's a school shooter when you need one? Okay? Now people are telling me I went overboard. She's just a child. Well, last I saw, children are killing people in Chicago and Baltimore.
Yeah, I just
Last
said.
I saw, these shit kids who didn't know they assholes from they fucking ear hole was out here burning down fucking democratic cities under the fake pretenses of racism. So if children can do that, I can say what the fuck I want to say to this little bitch, correct?
Well, hey,
No,
listen,
correct.
I would
Well,
argue
the thing
that if
that
somebody talked to them like you did earlier in life, they wouldn't be such a brat now. I
the
think they need
fact
that kind of, you know, they need to be talked to like that. Somebody
the,
needs to do it.
the fact of the matter is like when a kid steps to me thinking that they're an adult, they're gonna get the reaction of an adult.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's like, you know what?
Exactly.
So it's like children. When I was growing up, kids had boundaries. Okay,
Right.
you
They knew
stay in
they
your kid
place.
zone. Exactly, you stay in your kid zone.
Yep.
But if you want to come out here as like, you know, my granddad would say, if you want to come out here and mess with the big boys, okay, you're gonna have to deal with the
Oh,
big boys.
Candace, you went too far.
No,
Actually, I didn't go far enough because I could have said worse. Y'all, I think everybody on this bitch knows how my mouth is.
yeah,
All
Yeah, I
y'all
wouldn't
know
fuck
how
with
I
you.
roll.
reckless, but I love it.
Look, I grew up battle rapping in a pretty nitty gritty area. I wouldn't have a match of words with you. I wouldn't fuck with you. I wouldn't get on your bad side. I'll tell you that right now. I could tell you're feisty and you're smart.
Yo, I just don't like, I don't like smart mouth kids, especially girls. I can't stand a smart mouth little girl, yo. I can't stand it because you need to shut the fuck up before somebody sticks a dick in there. And that's what they're gonna do to these little smart mouth ass fucking girls. I can't stand a smart mouth fucking little girl, yo. Can't do
Well,
it.
the
Oh,
fact of
she
the matter
wants.
is that these kids, as Amy said before, like no home training, or somebody said like they don't have any home training, and the fact of the matter is that they have no filter, so they feel as though that, you know, just because even when they're like 12 or 13 and they're experiencing menstruation and they got some titties and some little bit of pubic hair, they think they're grown. And it's like, sorry, you're not.
You're not.
You're
And fuck,
not.
gonna fuck around and find out just how not grown you are. But
Yes.
oh, she's a child. She shouldn't have said that to a child. I shouldn't have told a child that just called me a wigger and told me that I can't say shit until I have black hair growing out my. I can't tell her where's the school shooter when you need one. I don't give a that.
I think that young lady needed that lesson from you.
No.
And they need that from somebody because young men, there's always the underlying threat of violence with men. So we understand that and we kind of try to keep things chill. Though, even if they're a little brat, they've usually been checked at one point or another physically to the point that they don't just mouth off with people like that. But I get your point. Young women do it a lot because there's not really any threat of violence in their area. And then when they meet somebody like you that like has it with the words and stuff, you taught her a lesson that she needed to learn.
But
Yeah.
also, you have to take into account these like young girls, they watch Ratchet TV as
Oh
well.
yeah.
And it's like that the Ratchet TV of the housewives and all that.
Right. You're
Like
right.
that. They honestly feel like, you know what? They're going to turn that reality, you know, Ratchet TV show into their reality and bring that mess outside. And they don't know how to differentiate between entertainment and the real world. Because when you come at people like sideways, it's like you're gonna have to deal with the ramifications of it, especially
Especially
like real.
like me, I have no filter. Like at this point, I'm telling you, bitch, go, bitch. I'll send somebody to rape your grandma with a fucking mop if you keep talking to me.
Damn, that's hardcore, bro.
Like that's like I ain't gonna lie, my mouth is horrible. That's why I got kicked out of 17 schools in 6 months. My
Titty
mouth
ball don't play, y'all. I told you I wouldn't fuck with that lady, man. She's serious.
it's the mouth. But at the end of the day, these churn need to understand they fuck up because a bitch like me not gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna let it slide because you a child. I ain't letting shit slide.
Dick slide.
Dick slap, baby. Hey, what's up, Angela? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, how are y'all?
Hey, look,
Hello.
I done talked my grandbaby to sleep. Look, no.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
But
That was
yeah,
like a
yo,
lullaby.
y'all my peeps. I appreciate y'all because I ain't gonna lie. My one homeboy was like, "No, I gotta tell you, you was wrong." I said, "Fuck you, bitch." I'm
Who
fucking
said
telling
that?
my homeboy. I
hey
said, "Oh,
Trey.
you I don't got time for you
Fuck you, bitch.
telling me I'm wrong because I said something to a child when children are out here shooting niggas in they motherfucking head at 12 and
Yeah.
they not
Now,
children.
I
Ain't no
think I think how
child.
you talk to her should be commended. She needed that. I'm serious. I'm not just making a point or case for you. Like these little kids, these punks, these brats, these bitches, whatever. Like they need checked. Somebody needs to check them.
So
Yep.
even if I was on the fucking phone though, that's dumb as shit. Sorry. Go ahead. Talking to the girl.
No, I
You're
mean
good.
the fact of the matter is that I think these kids need a wake up call, and I think that when they come at after adults, it's like, when did adults become afraid of expressing their discontent with children? It's like now, it's like you find so many adults and even their own parents. I cannot imagine like a parent being afraid of their own child.
In what way? Sorry, I jumped on the call or on this late. In what
Bitch,
way?
In
watch
one
this.
way, in terms of not disciplining them.
Bitch, watch this.
and
Oh,
Watch this.
and,
gotcha.
and it's like, they
I'm gonna
feel as
whoop
though,
your ass. Y'all seen that? Y'all
what?
seen
Who you talking to, Titty Ball? Who is that?
my daughter? What? I whoop. Ain't no
What's her
see
actual
how she
name?
jump.
You call her
You
Titty
see
Ball.
that? I got that shit on lock. These kids know what's up. You
Hey,
seen
ask
her ass jump when I came over there? If
hey
these
Titty
kids
Ball.
ain't scared of you,
Titty Ball, ask her. Does she respect her mama?
Donnie, you respect your mama? Yeah. Donnie, don't play with me because I'll jump over this fucking shit, my nigga. Do you respect your mama? Right, because if you didn't, what would happen? Yeah, she wouldn't be here to answer you.
Dang.
Look, she
Respect
said
is.
again, a dumb question. Donnie wouldn't be. They say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Like I don't play none of them games.
I
I'm
My
the
hear
son
same way with
opens
my old
doors
man. I'm the
for
same way
women.
with
My
my old
son,
man.
yeah, I teach them right. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. He opens doors for women. Both of them know how to cook. I don't play that shit. I'm
Hey.
not gonna have no fucking useless jigaboos in my goddamn house.
Good for them. Good for them. I
Ain't
can tell
fucking
she
happening. You
respects me.
see him? You see him? You see him? Oh,
Oh yeah.
he gonna be mixing cement next year. Ain't nobody playing with these kids. They all
He, he, hey Titty Ball, he's gonna be shouting "Ho no" in no time. Ho
oh
no.
hell no, that motherfucker getting a job next month. I ain't playing with
you.
him. You see him? Sleep now,
Oh, look at the
precious.
baby.
Oh,
Sleep now,
Look at the
precious.
baby. Hey,
You're
baby.
gonna have a job next year, son. Sleep
Enjoy it
now.
while you can, young man. Becoming a
Okay?
man's a rough gig.
Shit. His shit. He Kablasian. He black, Cuban, and Korean. He
Wow.
know how to
Blazing.
work.
That's crazy.
That's
He knows
dope.
how
Kablasian.
to work.
Kablazing.
Kablasian. I like that.
Yes.
Blazing.
Yeah. Nobody playing with these. But kids like that, I'm telling you, they need their ass whooped. I whoop the shit out my kids. Now they respectful.
Yeah, you have
And
to.
if
What are you
your
gonna
kids
do if they start giving you lip at some point? Like, fuck you. Who's gonna stop me? I'm gonna
right,
stop you.
or your kid's not supposed to fear you.
But I was told you only supposed to fear your mother and God.
Your mother ain't God, but God first, then your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
it's true.
Like,
Because we will murder you, little motherfuckers. Saying that we
I
both
Honey,
think
got
I almost burnt down the house when I was 8. Me being, I'm super honest, very transparent, even as a kid. I went to my mom. I said, you know what, Mommy, I did a bad thing. She
oh
said, what did you do? I burned the floor. They had just put down like tile and everything. Me thinking, because I thought that I was a matador, and I was taking the
garbage.
Oh
paper towel.
my God.
I was taking the paper
that's
towel,
funny.
wiping it open, going, Olay, Olay. And then it got out of hand. Instead of me,
That's
this is how like
hilarious.
dumb children are. Instead of like me just like in front of me going in the sink, I'm gonna step on it and go, Olay.
What?
Yo,
I
Yo,
can't
that's
believe you
funny,
thought you was a
Hey,
dude.
matador,
I
bitch.
That's
literally,
hey,
hilarious.
Mariah. When your dad heard, he was probably like, "You did what now?"
my dad, luckily my dad was like away. Thank God.
Thank
You did
God,
what now,
girl.
He
young
was
lady?
away, Olay.
Thank
Just
God he
kidding.
was away. But like my mom, I went and there's this belt, and actually I have the belt. It's about
Uh-oh.
this long and this thick, pure cowhide. I
It's
went
a
and I
beating
gave
belt.
my
They got
mom.
they got those
I gave
belts just
my
to beat
mom the
people.
belt.
They're
I
beating
gave my
belts.
mom the belt,
Yep.
and then I said, "Mommy, I did a bad thing." She was like, "Oh, oh, give mom a hug, blah blah blah." And I said, "Okay,
Oh,
okay,
Damn.
everything's good." She
Oh,
said,
get
"Take
the
your
chicken
clothes off."
shit.
I said, "Huh?" She said, "Take your clothes off. I'm gonna whoop your
ah,
fat, naked ass right now."
Ah!
Okay, wait a
no,
minute.
Mama,
To add
no.
insult to injury, she wind up filling up the bathtub. So I got hit with that water in the belt. Bam!
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Bam!
that's how you do it, girl.
Let me
Look,
Damn.
you don't whoop
You
dry
got that
skin.
hard. You got that hardcore beating.
You
You
don't whip
don't whoop
dry
I
skin.
dry
That's
ain't
a
never
pro
heard of
skin.
that
move.
kind of beating.
Whoa.
God
it was
damn.
Because y'all
it
kids
was
bad as
serious.
shit.
Is that a
It
pro
was
move? You do it in the
serious.
water so
I
it
had
don't leave a
like
mark.
welts. I had like welts
Damn, that's
all
kind of
over
fucked
me.
up.
Everything. My mom was
That's
not
really fucked
playing.
up.
Let me tell you something. That
And get beat with a
was
Hoover vacuum
that
cleaner.
that second
Ouch.
like beating I ever got. That was like the last one, and I never freaking played with fire or did any dumb shit
I
like that
I
ever
bet.
again.
I bet. Yeah. Sometimes it takes an ass
So
beating, man. If a kid's getting mouthy to you or something, if you don't have the threat of physical violence against them, what do you have? Nothing. They're gonna
Right,
walk
your
all over
kid
you.
is supposed to be scared of you. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Oh no,
I
your
think
kid's not, and that's
I think
exactly
this
why they calling you
generation
bitches and kicking you in your face and wait until you go to sleep to shoot you in your motherfucking head. So,
Absolutely.
I think
but
this
no,
generation's like
they
just
soft as
more.
fuck.
Yeah, no. The parents in this generation are more worried about being liked than actually parenting.
yeah,
Right, some of
Mm.
right,
these
You know what I
kids.
mean?
yeah.
Like they never really like grew up, if that makes sense, or like they didn't have,
Yep.
or maybe perhaps their parents were kind of hardcore on them and they didn't see
So they
the
went the other
benefit of
way.
that, so they went the other way. Like I mean, in the case of my mom, like I think her mom was kind of hardcore, so my mom went the opposite direction where she was kind of like too easy, but then you know, uh, too aggressive at the same time, if that makes sense. So, but I think the majority of parents now are just too. I don't know. They're just too worried about being
Well,
like
I
the
mean,
cool
the thing is,
parent and
They're
not
pussies.
disciplining
They're
enough.
yeah,
pussies. They're
exactly. I
betas.
Pussies.
say that it's like they're like punk pussies as far as I'm concerned. It's like the kids are pretty much they control the narrative in the
Right,
household.
right. Mm-hmm.
And I remember like with my goddaughter. Now she was going through something. I don't know whether or not it was some type of I don't know. She was going through something
She's
at
going
like
through changes.
I don't know what was going on. And like her mom tried to like talk to her and say like, you know what, stop doing this, da 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 da. So she wouldn't. So my friend freaking drove
And
my
so then there was
goddaughter
an ass whooping.
down to the precinct.
What?
And like and she started crying, Mommy, no. She goes, no. Escorted her into the precinct, told like the cops, like, I can't deal with my child. You can have her. She starts screaming,
Damn.
ah, no. And so the cop was like, well, what are you doing here? Because I was being bad. So why are you going to be bad? Do you want to go to jail? Do you want to go to jail?
That scared straight shit.
Do you
And
want
it's
crypto
like,
jail?
it's like my goddaughter, the sweetest thing. She's now like what, 11 now? No problem at all. At all.
Scared
Because
straight
her
shit.
mother does not play.
They
Yo,
did that.
my mom
Neither
literally washed my
does
brother's
my
mouth out with. My mom
with
washed my brother's mouth out with soap one time. Literally,
Wow.
it was pretty funny.
one scared straight. I was on the actual the show. Scared
No, you
straight.
weren't.
Yes, I was,
I
yo.
love that show.
You were
Listen,
I never
unscared.
heard of that show. Pull up that clip. No, I'm just kidding.
it ain't gonna work for him because it didn't work for me. I laughed in everyone's face. It didn't work, yo. But the
Oh,
thing
when you were a
was,
kid,
I
you were a kid
wasn't
on there.
disrespectful. I just used to get in trouble and talk shit all the time because the white people didn't think I was white enough to be white. I mean, I wasn't white enough to be white and I wasn't black enough to be black. But the crazy thing is I ain't got no white in me at all. But black kids would treat me as if I was white. White people would treat me as if I was black. I ain't fit in nowhere. So I used to
I
get
have a couple friends like you. I get it. I feel your struggle. But were you on
Yeah,
Scared Straight when you were a kid, when you were a teenager or whatever?
I got.
yeah, I was on Scared Straight when I was 12.
Wow,
But
amazing.
I graduated
Pretty
high school
cool.
at 15, bro, which means I was a ninth grader.
Wow,
Graduated early.
amazing.
So yeah.
That's
So
incredible.
I laughed at everyone
So they
because
didn't scare you straight, apparently.
no, but I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't disrespectful or anything. So it's not like I was gonna grow up to be disrespectful. No,
Who sent you? Who sent you? Your parents?
I didn't need to be here. Yeah, my mom did, but she only sent me because she had boyfriends that she would sell my shit and give the money to her boyfriend. So after a
Mm,
while, I didn't anything my mom asked me to do. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, fuck with me. So because I didn't listen to her, because at the end of the day, it was like you weren't a mom to me. He is Cuban and black. He's Cuban, black, and fucking Korean. But my whole thing was just that you ain't a mom to me. So why the fuck should I listen to you?
Right. There's no respect. Or she
Well, hey,
didn't like.
ladies, while I have the three of you on here, I don't mean to take this in a different direction, but I have an awesome topic in mind, and you're a perfect panel to ask.
All
I
right,
got
let's
two
go.
questions I just want to bounce. Each of you, I'd like to hear your answers to. I have two questions, and just answer the first one first, each of you. What do women typically want from men these days?
Who want to go first?
You go first.
To be real? I don't know.
Yeah, to be real, you better be real.
What?
We want to not be feminine. Number
What'd you
one,
say? What'd you say,
we don't
T-Ball?
want a feminine man.
Right.
We want him to be a alpha. A alpha's alpha. Because truth be told, even today's alphas aren't alphas. We want them to be
Elaborate on that.
a lot of alphas who say they're alphas. They agree with LGBTQ. They
Beta.
agree with punk ass shit,
But that
which means you're not an alpha. You're
you're
not an
beta.
alpha if someone can scare you into agreeing with something that you never agreed with before. If somebody can change your mind by
Like
saying,
change it too
"Oh, we're gonna
quickly with.
cancel you," or we're gonna you might lose your job, then you're not an alpha.
Right.
Alpha be like, "Well, good
Right.
bitch, come take my
Okay,
job,
so what
bitch."
else do they want, Teddy
Good
Ball?
point. I see
What
what you're
else are they
saying. I
looking
like that.
for?
Good penis
Sure.
Wow.
No, for
and
real, sure.
and um smart. They're not dumb. They at least graduated high school and went to college for at least 2 years.
Okay.
They
What?
have common sense.
But then the thing is that
Street
right now,
smarts.
society being overwhelmed by feminist, matriarchal type women. I
Hmm.
don't even think that they want any type of like alpha man,
They don't.
remotely, because of the mere fact that alpha men are considered, poisonous, toxic, whatever you want to call it. So, are you talking about what's needed in terms of that type of personality needed, quality in a man is needed society wise? Because I think right now that the women that I see, they try to act like they bigger and badder than any man there is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just
By the
like
way, that
it,
is so off-putting for a man. That is so unattractive and off-putting. By the way, that kind of behavior, ladies. If you find yourself acting that way at all, I would try not to. Men would just sooner not deal with you at all.
Oh, you don't like this, and oh, you know what? Well, fuck you, man. I don't gotta
Oh
hit.
no. Oh no.
yeah,
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no.
no.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. Right. She's at Elge is right. Elge Big Flower. Some women don't want alpha men because they want to be the alphas, and those are the
Yes.
bitches that secretly fuck bitches behind their dudes' backs.
Yes. In their
Oh,
case, when they get a
Oh.
man, they want a beta buck, and that means a provider, a provisioner, but not a lover.
Yep.
They want to
They're looking for a
the
benefit
thing
beta
is
buck.
that if
but not
you
give
want,
anything in return.
if you want an alpha man, you are willing and you are open and you are trusting
God bless you, man.
to
God bless.
accept his leadership. And
Good point. Good point, Mariah. You
most
have to be.
women,
Well, you have to want
well,
leadership.
today's
You have to know what that looks like.
day,
You have to know what that looks like. You have to be able to be open enough to accept it and want it, like you said.
Well,
and
you have to know that like I have to give him a position of leadership, meaning I can't just be like second guessing and nagging in every little thing that he does because he has to be able to lead and I have to be able to follow without always questioning that shit. So I think that was a really good
like
point
I
Well,
Mariah
it's
brought up.
also a matter of trust too. Like, do you know yourself enough to trust yourself? Therefore, can you trust somebody else's leadership? You know what I'm saying? Like, are
exactly,
you so centered and so understanding of what you want from yourself to be able
Can I play
to
devil's advocate?
attract? Sure.
Sometimes you ladies don't know what you want, and therefore that's why you need a leader.
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah, I agree. Because
Mm.
I think women, they talk both sides out of the mouth. One minute they want the chivalrous man to come save them and
Mm.
to open doors, but the next minute it's like, I'm a boss babe. I don't need a man. Okay, I can
So they're
handle this.
bipolar. I'm
So
just
it's
kidding.
like,
Well, they want their cake and eat it too. They want to be able to have their
Yeah.
cake and eat it too.
so it's like, women are very, like, confused, I think, at this particular moment. There's a lot of mixed messages, and I think that's the reason why the male female dynamic right now is pretty much under siege. It's unstable right now. It's very confusing right now. And I mean, I know for myself, like, I have this gesture, and this gesture came about after dealing with so many, like, beta men. And if I ask you to do something or you offer to do something, trust yourself as a man to do it and to do it correctly. Don't come at me with all, because I'm not interested in the details. I'm just like, get it done. So I have
Yes, and
a
that's what I
gesture
want from
that
my
like,
woman. Somebody that just not asking me about the details. I'm like, look, baby, I got it. Just
exactly.
let it
So
go.
Well,
I
I
you
have
don't
got
want
it.
somebody
this
super combative
gesture.
and that
No, not only do
nitpicks
I not want
about
somebody
every
super
single
combative,
thing.
I want somebody that is a complimentary nurturer, opposite of
Ex-
combative. Because the whole world's combating me as
Right.
a
exactly.
man all day, every day. The last
Right.
thing I need to come
You
home
want
to
to
is
you want
that.
to
I'd
go
rather
home
not
to
come home
some
to that.
peace.
Just
You
be
want to go
single.
exactly. You want to go into some peace.
Why would I come home to
So
another combative?
Somebody
like,
I'm about to
that can
say some
provide
controversial
some
shit.
peace.
hey,
Y'all ready?
Elizabeth.
Hit it,
Sure.
T-ball. Let's go.
I'm about to
But
say some
Table.
controversial shit.
no, I mean, I know for myself, dating betas, and I have a very bad gesture that I do, and it's like, I'll do this, and that means get away and
Huh.
like handle it, like handle it.
Uh,
And like even
you
when
get that from your girl, you're not in a good spot. I'll tell you that, gentlemen. Your girl does
it's
that
like
to you,
that's like, and
you're not
I
looking good
do
in her
that,
eyes.
and it's like in essence, even with like with my interns, it's like I would just, if I ask you to do something, you're here to like do a job. If I ask you to do it, if you make a mistake, fine, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to learn from it. But don't come with me with details. I'm not into details. I'm
Right.
looking
That's why you
for
hire
it.
them to handle the details. It's like,
Exactly. But
yeah,
when
I get it.
men can't have the confidence, because it takes mad confidence in oneself to just go and run with whether or not it's an idea, it's a project,
Mm.
anything. And it's like if men don't have that type of confidence, which in essence is earned throughout childhood, that's how a boy becomes a man.
I mean,
And
it's
it's
all,
like,
not everybody gets it in the childhood stages, though. You know what I
no,
mean?
but the
Depending on the
wait,
cards
wait,
that you're dealt.
let
You
me
know what I'm
finish.
saying?
No, let me finish. You have
Yes,
to learn
ma'am.
how to master something.
Yeah.
When you master something and you do something in repetition, you build confidence within yourself. When you are a child, tying your shoe, you finally get that.
Banging
Mm.
abroad. Banging abroad.
And then
No.
it's like you go on to the next challenge within your childhood. So it's a
Yeah. Makes
building
sense.
process.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're constantly giving, like the trophies just because you participated, and you're given a participation trophy, you're not building confidence. You are establishing a false sense
You're
of
building a
security
beta. You're
for
building a
a
beta with
child,
those. That's building a beta with those participation trophies and shit.
BB.
basically.
Titty ball,
Y'all
you had
ready?
something you wanted to say?
I
You wanted to
did.
drop a
Yeah,
mic
I
or two?
did. It's
yeah,
controversial as
go.
fuck.
Tell
Y'all know I
us.
say so. I forgot what we was talking about earlier, but when I was gonna say it, but black women,
Uh-oh.
the
Uh-oh.
reason why black men, and it's one of the reasons, because at the end of the day, it's all about preference. It doesn't, just because a black man prefers a white woman does not mean that he would
Uh-oh.
never mess with a black woman. He just prefers a white woman. Everybody has preferences. You feel me?
True that.
Or maybe he
But
couldn't
here,
find a black
that
woman
was
that was manageable for him.
that was the disclaimer. Now here we go. Now here we go. Disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
That was
You
my
gotta open up
disclaimer.
a can of worms.
That was my disclaimer.
Open a can of worms.
Now here we go. See, he don't want me to say it. He don't want me to say it. Okay.
You, I
The
insist.
thing that us black women have problems with, and the reason why a lot of our men, well, not our men, a lot of black men deal with other races. I'm not just gonna say white, because it's not just white, but other races, is because we are black women, you want to curse a nigga out, punch a nigga in the face with a fucking frying pan. You want to fucking beat
Ouch.
the fuck out this nigga and then call the cops and say he hit you. You want to call this man all types of bitch ass niggas. You want to make the bitch get the fuck up and do what the fuck I told you to do before I beat your ass. Talk to this man like he is the gum on the bottom of your shoe.
No
Wow.
And then wonder
respect.
why the fuck he don't want to come home to you?
Yeah.
Because he look like a man, and men don't come home to abusive bitches. That's why. That's why. I know.
hey,
I'm
hey,
trying for you. I'm
hey, what do you
trying
guys
for you,
estimate? How
grandson.
often is the man? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And I'll say one more fucking thing, and ain't nobody gonna like it, and I don't care. I've said it before. You want to know the biggest? And mind you, I'm a black woman. I'm black and
She
fucking
black.
Puerto Rican.
She
But you
black.
want to know the biggest threat to the black man, to the black
Uh
community?
oh.
A black woman. Ask me
Woman.
why. Ask me why, please. Somebody
Bombs.
just say why.
Why's that? Why's that, titty ball?
Why?
Do you know how
Because
many do you know how many black babies we abort in a week?
Oh my
Ooh, folks, she's bringing
goodness.
the numbers.
Don't nobody want to
Yikes.
say nothing.
Guns are
Yikes.
out,
Do you
folks.
know how many black
Yikes.
babies are aborted in 1 week
Yikes.
in the
Yeah,
United
Yikes.
States of America?
that's a
No,
bad number.
I
That's
don't.
ugly.
no, it's ugly. Well, I know, like New
You want to
York,
know?
there
Sure.
was
Yeah, tell us.
In
Tell
a
What's
us,
the
week,
Hazel.
number?
something like 278,000 black babies are killed in a week all across the United States of
What
America.
the? That's
Now,
sickening.
you times that by how many weeks are in a fucking year, and that tells you how many black children are killed by their
52.
black mamas.
That's
Ain't
sickening,
no
man.
white person telling them to go kill their baby. Margaret Sanger ain't here no more.
Damn.
well, the fact of the matter is, we
Are they mad at me?
Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is the Negro Project, 21st century style. That's what it is.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
hello. Are you out there? Caller, are you out there? But it's true.
And what does that mean, Mariah? The Negro Project.
The Negro Project was established by Margaret Sanger, and it was pretty much to depopulate the black community.
And
But
Margaret
what they
Sanger was
did,
a
a
espoused
eugenics. She was
eugenicist,
eugenics
and she was a racist, right?
and a racist.
Yeah. She let
And
people fall in
you
the
know,
paper.
but what they did to modernize it, they called it healthcare. The
There.
first
Oh, you
Planned
got it.
Parenthood was established in Harlem, New York. And ironically,
Black lives
today,
splattered.
New York aborts more black babies
Damn.
than black babies are
Eugenics.
born.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Okay?
fucked up.
Ask
Isn't
me
that
how many slaves were documented.
New York.
That's
How
fucked
many
up.
slaves were documented as being slaves coming over here on slave ships? How many? 12,000. 12,000 slaves were documented being on slave ships coming over here. You know why? Because we were already over here.
Yeah.
But if you take the 12,000 slaves that were beaten, tortured, all that shit, even the slaves that jumped off the fucking ship because they said, fuck that, I'm not going to be enslaved. So, all right, whatever. Boom. You take all them. It's you times that by the years you times that from the last day of slavery till today, right? Times that by that many days, it still won't add up
The amount of
to
like
the
black
amount of
Bro,
motherfucking children, black children that have been killed by their mamas for 5 years.
well, what was the number you said?
Wow.
That was each month they do 200,000 or whatever.
200,000, 230,000 black kids are fucking killed every fucking month.
Okay, so you would
And
have to times that number by
I'm not
20.
trying to talk down
The slave number would
on
have to be
my
times
black
by
community.
20.
I am a black woman, but at the
I
end of
hear
the
it.
day, I'm just spitting out facts. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That slave number would have to be multiplied by 20 to get to what they're killing in a month, from what you're telling
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All
In
the
1
slaves
month.
would have to be multiplied by 20 just to equal a monthly total of what they're aborting.
So, if they want to be
That's crazy.
technical, the white person is not the black person's biggest enemy. The black
No,
woman is.
it's black. It's black women. Because right now they run the community. Okay,
Exactly.
they are the heads of the community. Okay, because it's like if you look at the black man, it's like unfortunately some of them are like incarcerated. Then you got the ones that are like kind of strung out, and then you got the ones that are just like this, just there. They're just there.
Thank you
Probably
for
just
pinning
Well,
it.
this brings me back to the question I wanted to ask you guys. How often do you think it's the woman running the man away being impossible to deal with versus the man being a terrible dad and just flee?
I think it's the woman. I mean, I'm gonna like I mean, yes, there are some dirtbag men and so forth, but from
I
what
think it's
I
both.
witnessed, from what I've witnessed, um, like with my older half sister, she really, I mean, she emasculated my brother-in-law to the point where the man is a former shell of himself. I mean,
Yeah.
the mere fact of the matter is that she wanted power. She wanted control.
He hungry. Look.
Like when they first got together, within a week,
Cold.
all his credit cards,
Gonna get
his
colic.
Wait,
Within
she
a week?
what? She what?
Within a week. Within a week.
Within a
Dude,
week, what?
I say it all the time. A woman could literally find a man that will let her move into his house that day.
Oh,
Like,
basically.
Because we have vaginicas, man.
I know that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's an
Yeah.
inherent value that you guys have. That like, it's wild that the contrast between men and women. But that's why we're always so like not understanding the other side, because it's very different perspectives. Like men don't have that value at all. A man will literally die if he doesn't have his own home. You
And
know what I
all
mean?
she wanted from him was like, obviously, a roof over her head, accoutrements and all that type of stuff, access. So she loves to go, she loves shopping and going to the mall and stuff like that and everything. And she wanted a kid. And it's like she got it.
And then after
And
that,
now,
did she stop fucking him and stuff and everything? Like,
it's like there's a sexless marriage. It's a
sure,
sexless marriage.
sure.
Now let me ask y'all a question that I had
No
to ask
effort.
everybody else when this fake ass school shooting happened. Because remember, I did the debunk on the school shooting.
Say it again.
Yes,
It's
you know it
fake
wasn't.
as fuck, bro.
But
Fake as fuck.
fuck,
Titty ball, you
I
there? We're
lost it.
losing you.
Yeah,
I lost it.
You were
Here we
saying
go. Here we go. Now, what are they mad for? That those kids supposedly got shot. Ain't that just 12 abortions? 19
that.
abortions?
damn.
Yeah. Why are they upset?
I
Yeah.
mean, they aborting babies now out of the womb. So I'm confused as to why everybody is going crazy, because didn't they say that the Hispanic women now are the number one women having abortions? Them babies
Damn.
Hispanic. So why are we upset? All they did was just give them in-house abortions.
Shit.
Now, you see how fucked up that sounds?
That's great.
You
I
see
get
how
where you're
fucked
going
up
though.
that
Yeah.
sounds? We
No,
don't
it
think,
does.
when we're seeing that shit on TV, if there was somebody like me doing it in different wording, like I just did now, then motherfuckers will be like, oh hell no. Nah. But when they put it to you like, oh my God, and they were this and they were that, and then 2 weeks later switch it over to something else, it doesn't sound that bad. So what I'm gonna start doing is, every day when they come on the news about some shit, I'm gonna I can't go live because they just banned me from live because somebody came on my shit talking shit to me, calling me a bitch, all this other shit. And I said, you probably look like a silverback gorilla. And they fucking took me down for bullying and harassment. But when
Wow.
I can go back live, I'm going to do a side by side, the TV and me. They're going to talk, and I'm going to basically be the news for dummies. You know, the books like Astrology for Dummies, Math for Dummies,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dummies. I'm going to be the news for dummies. Then maybe when I translate, because these stupid non-comprehending motherfuckers that went to Common Core school can't comprehend, then maybe these motherfuckers will understand exactly what the fuck is going on, and they won't be out here saying no stupid ass shit like you can't have an opinion on black hair if you're not black, or you my body, my choice, it's just a clump of cells. They won't be out here.
Yeah, that's what they say. My mom said that to me. I think I was like 14, and till this day, it's so cringy that she would ever say. 'Cause she was like, "If you ever get in trouble, we can get rid of it." And I'm like, it's just a clump of cells, a glob of blood.
So
I
she
was
was
just
cool with you
born.
having sex like that, or
Damn.
she wasn't cool with it, but she was
No,
trying to
and it's like I was a virgin, and I wasn't even interested.
Well,
So
I was
amazing.
that was just like weird.
What the?
I was an abortion. She knows. Mariah knows.
Yep, yep.
I was an abortion that didn't take. Fuck abortion.
And
Wow.
I was unplanned. My mom was gonna fucking murder me, and it was my dad. My dad
Oh
said,
my goodness.
Good
"Boom,
job, Daddy.
you take away, you go
Damn.
murder my kid. I'm coming for you." That's what. And my mother got scared because she knew my father would.
Because he was serious. He meant it.
No, he was serious as a heart attack because of the mere fact that I was my dad's miracle seed. Okay,
Oh.
my dad
Fuck that game.
had issues. it wasn't shitting, shooting right. And
Yeah.
I came in his life at a
Yeah,
time and when
I'm
a
gonna
lot of men aren't, there aren't farm fathers, especially first time fathers. My dad was in his 50s when
Wow.
Wow.
you know,
Wow.
so
Miracle
I was
baby.
I
Yeah.
miracle. I was
Oh,
a
bro,
miracle
can you go
baby.
plug it up
Oh no,
downstairs?
go
My
down and
mom
ask
was
you
his line.
with the baby.
So it wasn't happening.
That's
Yo,
incredible, Mariah.
they stuck the scissors back then. That's when they did scissors. They didn't do the clamp. They did the scissor thing. They
Yeah.
stuck the scissors up into my mom after opening her up with the clamps that they use for that the OBGYN uses. And the
Mm-hmm.
scissors, it was hitting something. God, that's what it was hitting. The scissors, it
Mm.
wouldn't go up.
Wow. Wow.
They couldn't understand A, why it couldn't go up. B, where's the blood? Because they're going like this. There's no
Right.
blood coming out. Well, God allowed those scissors not to penetrate the back of my head as
Wow.
Praise
Amazing.
bloodline.
God, God, praise the Lord.
So my mom had me right on the abortion slab because she was trying to abort me at 7 months. So she had me right
Damn.
there on the
Wow.
abortion. My mom had 13
God
abortions before me.
fucking
No,
Lee.
12. I was 13.
Wow, Titty
God
Ball. That's crazy.
fucking Lee,
So, Titty
man.
Ball, do you feel like, and you can answer this as much or
Fuck.
as little as you want to because it's personal, but do you feel like that's a big reason why your mom was such a bad mom for you? Because she was like resentful of the
Jesus
fact that she had you?
Christ.
Yes. But I will say this. She she had two more kids after me, and I think I red pilled her into being a good mom to them. Because when
Wow.
Wow.
I
Wow.
was a problem for my mom, I didn't like my mom. I didn't want to be around my mom. It wasn't there. Now the only time me and my mom got back talking was when I got pregnant. I didn't know what to do. Hey Shay. So I didn't know what to do. So that's the only reason why I contacted my mom again. And we're still cool to this day or whatever. But at the end of the day, she did try to kill me. Now, am I blaming her for that now? Yes. And let me tell you why. Am I upset about it? No. But at the end of the day, you got to put blame where blame's due. Mom, you were a hoe. Mom, you should have closed your fucking legs. You were sleeping with everyone because she was a beauty queen, number one. And number two, she was the head cheerleader at Miami Jackson Senior High School.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, but at the end of the day, you wanted to be a hoe and then wanted to kill me for you being a hoe. So at the end of the
Jesus
day, I still
Christ,
blame
bro.
her. Am I fucking upset to the point where I don't fuck with her? No, I'm over it. But I still blame you. You still tried to kill me. And I'm still going to let you know every time if you even think.
Has your mom, like, pretty much accepted the fact, like, her past lifestyle was detrimental? Because I know, like, sometimes with parents, they really don't want to own up
They're in
to
denial
their
most of the time.
mistakes and stuff. It's like, I mean, because even like, like my mom, the only time shit comes out is like she has some drinky poos, and then all of a sudden, that's truth serum, and stuff will come out. But otherwise than that,
Yeah.
it's like, she doesn't really want to own up to a lot of things.
Now um, she, she told me she owned up to it or whatever. She told me about it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like she didn't lie to me. You feel me? She ain't lied to me. She told me
Mm-hmm.
what happened. She told me why. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ain't. I think it made me stronger. Now it did make. I don't fuck with abortions.
Yeah, I don't either.
If
I don't do
I if
it.
I see somebody going into abortion clinic, I'm gonna run them the fuck over with the car. Like,
Well, hey, was your dad around? Was your dad around, if you don't mind me asking?
no. So no, but not by choice.
Mm.
He wasn't around, but it wasn't because he didn't want to be around. He couldn't be around or whatever. But he didn't.
Mm.
Oh, he didn't even know my mom tried to abort me till I told him.
See, that's the kind of shit that drives me
Wow.
fucking nuts as a man. Like, these women have 100% power to do that,
Yeah.
and then they could literally just tell you that they had a miscarriage or something. You know what I mean? And you would never
Oh,
be the
yeah.
wiser.
Yeah, you would never know.
You would
Jesus
never
Christ,
freaking
man.
know.
Yeah, but
Never.
he never knew. And the crazy thing is, she raised me like she didn't want me though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
she
hear
always
that.
been
Yeah.
Yeah,
over me and all this
I
other shit. But I ain't gonna lie. That shit made me strong as hell today. Yes, I whoop my kids' ass. Okay, I do. I discipline my kids. But at the end of the day, my kid, I consider myself to be an awesome mom. They in somebody's gym. They not on these streets. Yeah, my son got suspended 10 times this year. But
Duke
Like,
is
the apple
just
doesn't
a
fall too far from the
Duke
tree,
is an
right, Titty Ball?
alpha. That
Yeah.
Duke is
The
just an alpha.
apple
He's
don't
just
fall
not
too
gonna
far
take
from the tree, Titty
right.
Ball.
So this last time he got into an argument with a teacher, and he said to the teacher, "Are we in the second grade? You're arguing with a child."
Burn,
Yeah, that's legit.
burn.
My kid, my kid.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
so
Duke,
were you kind of
Duke,
proud of
Duke,
him? He got
Duke.
suspended, but you're proud of that, right? That's a good mom.
No. The nigga made 3 teachers quit with his words.
You're not proud of that deep down inside? I know you can't necessarily
No,
tell him that out loud,
no,
but
I
no,
mean,
because only reason why I'm not proud of it is because he didn't attack them verbally like with smart words. Okay, now if he would have came
oh.
out and he would have used some words that we have looked up in the dictionary together, because I don't play games. They can't come in my house with a B. Okay, Ace. If you come in my house with a B, you gotta fucking get the fuck out until you bring an
what did
A.
he say to the teachers?
So he was like,
Everything.
oof.
Like, other than that, he told one teacher, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you fucking retarded? He told one
Well,
woman,
at least he didn't do what my next door neighbor's son did.
he
He
probably
told the
did.
wait,
Uh,
no. He told this teacher, because I guess the teacher was riding him. So the teacher was standing in front of him. He said, "Your pussy stinks. Get out my face."
No,
Oh
he ain't
my
say that.
God. Wow.
Jesus.
Amazing.
Damn. She ran off the camera.
Bitch, listen here. I would have had
Damn.
my son's lips dipped in gold and wore around my necklace if he said some shit like that to a fucking teacher. Now, he did tell the one teacher. So the one teacher's son
Yeah,
went to the
kids tell the
school.
truth.
Yeah, they do. He did tell the one
Yeah, they
teacher,
do.
"You too fat to be teaching gym."
Hey, that's a
Oh my
fact. That's a fact.
God.
You can't get mad at the young man for
Yeah,
saying
but
that.
sometimes,
I'm supposed to be learning
sometimes you
physical
gotta
fitness
keep
from your
that
fat
shit to
ass.
yourself.
Yeah, like who hired you, right? That don't make no
So I'm
sense.
supposed to be learning like
Well,
my
shit,
physical
Right.
when the
fitness
little
from a
nigga
fat
was
ass
Hell,
like
in
you?
man.
kindergarten, we went to Donnie's first grade fucking shit for the winter fucking concert. He's in kindergarten, she's in first grade. The fucking janitor is out there. This little motherfucker. Yes, I called him a little motherfucker, and that's my kid. I did. He looks up at the janitor and says, "You're fat." So I
What the
say, yo, the janitor, mind you, he's not only fat, he's special needs, yo.
Oh
And
God.
I'm proud of
Oh
myself for saying special needs, because a bitch usually says retard, but he's special needs. So when he said it, I'm like, dude, like I popped him in the mouth real quick. You feel me? Like a bam, like a back of the, you
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah. I've
So he
gotten
was
plenty of those from
like,
my mom.
"Why you hit me, ma? He fat and slow." I'm like, yo, like you can't do that. And see,
That's why I
that's
hit you,
not me.
boy. That's why I hit you. He's fat and slow. Don't be telling him that.
But that's not me. I don't teach my kids to be disrespectful.
That's what I mean.
Even
He's
though
fat and
I'm
slow. You don't gotta tell him he's
disrespectful,
slow. He's
even
slow.
though I'm disrespectful, I don't teach them to be disrespectful. It's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Hold the door
Well,
open.
Titty Ball,
I
is it
I just think sometimes the kids say the darndest things.
They don't
Well,
give a
Titty
fuck.
Ball, is it fair to say that you're only disrespectful when you've been receiving disrespect?
Yes, because I'm not a disrespectful person.
Right.
I'm a people person. Until you get on my bad side, then it's a wrap. Like that bitch WW Earth, aka Earthfoot, aka bang bang bang. Like that
Yeah,
bitch.
like, don't have one.
Amina.
So hey, what
Earthfoot.
what what do you say to the teachers?
Who do? Everything.
Kids
Everything. Now,
copy their parents. Yeah, they do.
yeah, everything. And I don't do that
Yeah.
disrespect. You feel
You
me?
know what? If
Like,
he was real smart, he would have had one of his buddies filming it on his phone so that it would go viral.
he doesn't have a phone.
No, I mean one of his
And if
buddies.
he ever went viral being disrespectful, I'll beat the shit out of him every time I see it.
See, that's how I
I
think.
don't
I'm a crazy kid. I
I
was a
don't do
crazy kid.
disrespectful kids.
You
I
were
don't like
bad.
I
I
was
don't
real
You were
bad.
bad.
I
and
was
I don't
very
like
bad.
smart mouth girls. I don't do disrespectful children and smart mouth little girls. I don't do them.
I'm with that. You gotta lay down the law with those fucking idiots.
So yeah, if my son had somebody record him being disrespectful to a teacher, I'm probably gonna get my little nephews to fuck him up, and then I'm gonna whoop his ass every time I see that video or think about that video.
He's gonna be like, Mom, I didn't know he was filming it.
I don't do disrespect to elders. That's one thing I do not play. I was brought up to respect elders. If you disrespect the
Yeah,
elders, I'm
so
fucking you up. They
Devil's
out here
advocate.
killing
but
elders.
there's this like duality to me. I was very, respectful to elders, but then it's like if I saw them doing something or being disrespectful themselves, I would come out of my face.
Well,
Now
that's what I was
that's
just gonna
different.
ask. I was just gonna
Right.
ask. Are we respectful to elders even at the point when they're disrespectful to us?
No.
Honest
Well,
question.
I'm taught
No,
to,
my motto is
No.
I don't give a fuck if you're 8 or 80. I'll fuck you up. I don't
I'm
care.
now I was taught to walk away from elders when they're rude and disrespectful, and I tried that one time. I tried walking away. I was pregnant with my son. It was my daughter's birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. Y'all know who my ex-husband was. And we were out there, so it was a whole crowd trying to come over there and get autographs and shit. And my husband was like, "No, we're here for the girl." And then the two elders, the women, were like, "You over here with a white girl," like just talking shit. So, I laughed it off the
Wow.
first time. The second time, my mom, I was like, "That's funny that y'all saying, he's out here with it." First of all, it doesn't matter who he's out here with. It shouldn't matter, but my mom is right here, so she raises her hand and they're like, "That ain't your mama." Well, I don't know who else my mom could have been, but I came out of her vagina. But then the third time they were like, "Oh, you white bitch, y'all always taking our men." Now that time
Oh
I ain't
my
gonna lie,
God.
I tried to jump over Terrell to fuck these old ladies up, but that was only after me being respectful 2 other times and them literally walking over to where we were at just to fucking say what she wanted to say that was rude and disrespectful. Now it took me 3 times. I walked away the first 2. The third time I just couldn't do it no more. But I was just told to walk away. If you can't walk away, handle your business. Don't put your hands
Good
on them
advice.
unless
Good
they
Yeah,
advice.
put
no,
their hands on you.
exactly. No, but some of these like, elderly people, and I have some in my family who are just freaking miserable. So therefore they think that because they're miserable and because they're older, they have the right to be disrespectful.
They just
Yeah, and they
think
want
they're
to make you
mean.
miserable
I don't
too.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that because it's like, look, you can't go back in time because I have like an elderly relative that is still stewing from stuff that happened, I don't know, whenever. And it's like she has a mouth and she has like brought people to tears with her mouth because she's just reckless. And it's like she's angry.
Yeah.
She has anger within herself, but she thinks it's okay, as I said before, to be disrespectful. But interestingly enough, she's not that way with me. But it's like I have said, what, she's mean. But it's always like, my baby, how are you? Why is it? I don't know, maybe it's the energy that I give off, like, you know what? I'll curse you out.
No, people know who they can fuck with and who they can't. Like, let's be serious. You can look at somebody and tell, do I want to fuck with this bitch today? Do I want to get my head knocked off? People know
Right.
what it is. And they trying to act like they don't, but that's exactly why you could be standing next to somebody and a bitch will curse that person out next to you and won't say shit to you. Like at them rallies.
Yep.
When I'm out there screaming, fuck, Ukraine fucks children. Let's go Russia. Remember I was out there fucking
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
titty
that.
ball.
now, they tried to come for Carissa. It was me and Carissa by ourselves at first. They tried to come for little old Carissa, white woman, 55 years old, beautiful, okay? Like beautiful, blonde hair, white woman. Don't even look 55, bitch look 30. Like I'm jealous, okay? She out there. Now, I'm the one talking all that shit. I'm literally protesting in front of all these Ukrainian. I'm the only one. And Carissa's out there recording me. I'm screaming, walking through the protesters. Ukraine fucks children. Let's go Russia. And nobody tried to fight me.
Hey,
Nobody.
titty ball, you know what that's called?
Damn.
The lower hanging fruit. She's the lower hanging fruit. They don't want to climb to the top of the tree to get the same fruit that they can get at the bottom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the thing is, what they didn't know is that bitch Carissa crazier than me. He just don't act like it.
Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. In my experience, in like street life and stuff,
Word, Shay.
the ones that hide that shit well, but like you know them to be crazy, are the ones to watch out for.
The
Yeah, it's the
quiet
quiet.
ones.
It's the quiet ones.
The
You gotta,
quiet
like,
ones.
watch out.
Yep.
They move without drawing any commotion and stuff, and you start to realize like they're doing that on purpose because they actually are crazy. It's like, wow, that's a wild one.
That's a wild thing.
But I love you guys. I gotta get off now because I gotta make the rest of this dinner now that they got the grandson off my titty, and I can do it. So if y'all
Hey.
on later, I'll jump in.
Crazy.
Yeah,
What
maybe
do
we
you
will do
carry?
one later. I'm gonna jump off too, but Titty Ball, it was nice meeting your family. Thanks for having them on.
Oh shit! Thank y'all for having me on.
Oh,
Mariah,
love
all
you,
three,
love you,
four of you guys. Love you. I'll talk to
My
y'all
pleasure.
later.
My pleasure. Have a good night.
Bye.
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 Ladies, this has been a great talk, and I feel like sometimes I always try to do the James Brown mentality, kill him and leave. Do you feel that we've done that? Is this a good spot to end?
Yeah, we can end it.
And then maybe we'll jump back on later, like Titty Ball said.
What's Titty Ball's name? I keep
Titty Ball.
laughing because you keep calling
Titty
him
Ball.
Titty Ball.
Hey, Titty Ball.
You just like saying.
I think he just likes saying that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
Titty Ball.
actually,
Look,
it cracks me up every time. I'm like, Titty Ball, Titty Ball.
Mariah, when you told me that name, I said that is the best username ever by far, and I mean it. Titty Ball Jackson is the greatest username I've ever heard in my life.
Dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Rez is something else. I remember the first time I freaking like met her, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It's like very very impactful effect on me.
She's
real.
a breath of fresh air. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
She keeps it real. She keeps it definitely.
She keeps it 100.
Hey, somebody said you should hear how she got her name. Guys, if we get back on later with her, please remind me to ask her that. I got to hear that story.
Oh yeah, that should be okay. I'll definitely make a note of that, my dear.
Thank you, sweetheart. This has been great, ladies.
Yeah.
I bid you adieu for now. Until later.
Deuce.
Everybody in the crowd, everybody in the chat, you guys make this show. Thanks for commenting in. We love
Thank
hanging
you,
out with you.
everybody.
Come back soon.
Late.
We out.